that's obvious. They have to go to wards, they have to see patients, they have to do research, they have to prepare presentations. बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ करनी है. और अगर आप हॉस्टल में रहते हैं तो फिर आपको अपना ख्याल भी रखना है. और हमारा ये अंदाजा है, हमारा एक्सपीरियंस है कि अगर आपके पास बहुत सारी चीजें करने का एक्सपीरियंस नहीं होगा तो ये आपके लिए बहुत चैलेंजिंग हो जाएगा. These are our undergraduate programs at AKU. इसकी तमाम डिटेल्स हमारे वेबसाइट पे है तो मैं इसका वक्त नहीं लूंगी. We have a wide array of graduate programs. The eligibility criteria for these and the program details are available on our website, and so I will not spend too much time on this slide. This is our admission process. You apply online, you submit, and Kareem will have a presentation to help you with that. You will write our AKU test. Yes, we are currently planning the logistics of having this test, and we shall inshallah have it with all the precautions and safety included in the logistics. We will then shortlist and interview you. For candidates who are applying for the MBBS program, we will send you a format in which you will submit to us your CV, and then we will use all these components to make a final selection rank order and then send these to you in as an offer letter. This is our schedule, our timelines. So we will close applications on June the 17th, our last day for application. We will have our test in September. We have test centers in Pakistan, in overseas. As I said, we will have our interviews and shortlisting in September and October. And inshallah, we should start classes in March 2021. We have had some questions from candidates about the dates for specific test results. September 30th is the date for our SAT1, SAT2 and MCAT results. September 25th, we expect to have the HEC exam results. For those candidates who would have written the June exam of the A levels and will get whatever result they get from the British Council as is being currently planned, we would take them in August. However, for candidates who are writing the exam in October-November session, we will expect their results to be with us on January 29. So those of you who are a little worried, please be easy. We have given enough time looking at the relevant exam schedules in preparing our schedule at AKU. About our admission test, as I said, inshallah, we will have our test. This will be AKU's uniform tool to assess candidates across all programs. As you know, the exam results and the way exams are going to be conducted are so different around the globe this time. Therefore, we believe that our test will be the uniform tool of assessment. The test comprises of multiple choice questions, and the test is based on the subject matter that you have studied. May I request you to please look at the syllabus of the test on our website. It's available, as are our sample test papers, to make you aware of the kind of exam that we will be conducting. We have had some questions about the science reasoning and the math reasoning component of our test. Let me tell you that the science reasoning component is based on application of knowledge. So if you know your subject matter, biology, chemistry, physics, and if you have some critical thinking ability and problem solving ability, and therefore you will be able to do our exam. The math reasoning is a kind of logical reasoning exam, and so therefore if you have done math until metric, I don't think this exam will be very difficult for you. For all our exams, different components, it is available on the website, but very quickly. The MBBS has science achievement, science reasoning, math reasoning. The Associate of Science in Dental Hygiene and the BSc program We'll have an English language exam, which is not there for the MBBS exam. They will have biology, chemistry, physics, and math reasoning. And the graduate programs have English language, a quantitative reasoning, and a subject-specific exam. I would request those of you applying to different programs to please go on our website for the necessary sample exam. About our interviews, yes, we have interviews for all the students who will be shortlisted. 2 interviews, a panel interview, multiple independent interviews, and for the PhD, we have a panel interview, but they are also required to present to the team a short PowerPoint presentation to talk about their research interest. A quick, something very important about the interviews. आपने बाजार में आपने लोगों से सुना होगा हम टेस्ट में पास हो गए लेकिन इंटरव्यू में फेल हो गए. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं. The interview comprises only one component of the entire admission process and does not guarantee selection. And the interview, let me tell you, is not based on content. हम आपको biology, chemistry, physics के बारे में नहीं पूछते. हम आपके बारे में पूछते हैं, आपके personality के बारे में, आपके commitment के बारे में. And therefore, it's just a conversation between 2 people. Let me now spend a little time on fees and financial assistance. Our fees are available on, have been uploaded on this page, fees and funding, on our website. The tuition and fees can be paid in monthly installments. And as I said earlier, we operate a financial assistance program. Students who are selected to programs at AKU but are unable to pay for the entire cost of education may apply for financial assistance. And if you need some financial counseling, please feel free to write to the Student Financial Counseling and Assistance Office. The email is available in one of our slides later on. All our financial assistance is interest-free loans, and there are grants which you do not need to pay back. The payment mechanism is that you pay after graduation. And for several programs, there is a lead time as well. So you have 1 or 2 years before you need to pay back your loans. And what is very important for you to know, that for those of you who study at AKU and who then prefer to work at AKU, for each year that you work, 50% of the amount of loan that you need to pay in that particular year will be waived off. It's a very generous contribution that AKU will be making to your education. So different programs have loans and grants in our financial assistance program. I must tell you that we have 5 fully funded AKU entrance scholarships renewable each year. So there are 5 fully funded merit scholarships. We have a committee who decides on the process and procedure for these scholarships and the criteria. For the MPhil and BDS, we have 2 students who would receive the scholarship on merit, who will also receive 25,000 rupees as a monthly stipend. For the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, we have sponsorships for students based on criteria that will be set by the university. These students who will be eligible to apply for the sponsorship can study for free, and they return time to AKU for the amount of years they study with us. Some facilities of the university, this is our sports center, our cricket field, our gymnasium. Unfortunately, this and our swimming pool and our fitness center are all closed now. But for those who are selected, you will be using all this. Our cafeteria, our hostel, our bank, and because we are such a big campus, we also have a shuttle service that runs around. Thank you very much. I'll stop my presentation here, and over to you, Naveen. Or Kareem, whoever.
Let's talk about our online application process. We have received quite few queries about applying online since our paper-based application is not available. Let me tell you, our application process is completely online and is quite simple. Kareem Lakhani will take you through this process. Kareem, over to you.
Thank you, Naveen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Nowadays, applying or ordering online is what we are used to. We would strongly recommend that you submit your application online, as you won't have to courier anything to us, and which is good because of the current COVID situation. Our process is simple and easy. Before you apply to AKU, please make sure the following. Important tips to apply online. Please read minimum eligibility criteria, which is available on our website. Have a valid email address. The reason is mostly correspondence will be done through the email. So you must have one email ID, scanned original documents and photographs. You all have the documents right now. We know that attestation is difficult nowadays because of the school and colleges are closed. So you can upload your original documents and photograph. National identity, way form, and for overseas candidate, passport. Any one thing is required among these. Okay, let me take you to the page of the online application, which is www.aku.edu/apply-online. So on this page, you can create as a new user. Once you create your account, you will get an email in your account and which you have to verify. And once you verify, you can access through this user ID and password. In case of any difficulty while login, you can call us or email us on the provided email address, which is online.application@aku.edu. Sometimes people face difficulty if they register and they don't get the email. So please, you can email us and we will send you the confirmation emails. So most importantly, once you get registered, you have to fill your personal details. That is name, address, phone number, etc. And after personal details, you have to enter your qualifications, like your high school and your secondary school documents. Enter program specific details. For graduate program, we also require references. So this will be filled in those areas. Upload your original documents plus your bay form or CNIC. Nowadays, there's a difficult to access the National Identity Office. So please upload the documents which are available. Beside this, you have to upload the proof of payment. And on the last page, you have to upload the photograph. Because of lockdown, we understand that a lot of shops are closed. So you may upload the pictures taken by the mobile phone, but it should be look professional with the plain background. On the last page, as discussed with Dr. Laila, that is the test centers in Pakistan and overseas. You can select the test center and interview center. So it is so simple that you can submit your application. But before you submitting, you have to do one thing more, that I am going to talk about application fee. Application fee is rupees 6,800 for the AQ residential countries, which are Pakistan, Afghanistan, Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Uganda. And those who are applying overseas, which are considered as a non-residential countries, they have to pay $350. That is US dollars. Okay. So, and the easiest way is you can submit the fees through fee voucher, which you will find at the end of your application form. And this can be paid in any branch of Habib Bank. Once you fill all your detail, the voucher will generate. And if you face any issues to get this voucher, you can email us. And there's another way, because it's online, you can pay online fee through your debit or credit cards. You have to fill the details which is available on our website. This mode of payment having all the details on the page of the online application form, which is payment mode. This payment mode will give you all the information how to upload your application fee voucher and the pay online receipt which you receive through the email. Once you've done that, the system will allow you to save and submit the application. Once you submit your application, after verification of the admission office, you will get the admit card on your email address. Please make sure your application will not remain incomplete. In case of any query, you can email us or call us on this email address online.application@aku.edu. Thank you.
Thank you, Karim. I'm sure that many of your apprehensions and questions have been answered. We had put together the questions in a thematic form, and this is our next segment. Our Associate Registrar, Sadiq Karim, will take you through these. Just for your information, in case you would like to email us your question, we are collecting these at the moment, and we will respond at the end if it is not being covered in our session. Sadiq?
Thank you, Naveen. Our audience has posed several questions, and as Naveen said earlier, these are now being addressed separately. I would like to invite Dr. Laila again to respond to these questions. You there, Dr. Laila?
Thank you, Sadiq. I thought I would be seen, but I guess the question answer is there on the screen right now. So I'm here and happy to take your question.
Let's begin with the first question. How many times can an applicant apply to our program? And can they apply in more than one program?
Except for the MBBS, where you can apply 3 times only, there are no restrictions on the number of applications that one can make to AKU. In addition, you can apply to more than one program, but you must complete the application process of each of the programs to which you are applying and pay the application fee.
Okay. Will AKU conduct its AKU test? I know you mentioned in your presentation, but this is the most burning question these days.
So today, as we stand, inshallah, we will be conducting our test. And candidates may have seen that we moved our test into September. We have an infection control department at our university. We will be working with them. We are currently working out the logistics for our test, keeping in mind all the safety procedures, all the SOPs the government has laid forth. Inshallah, we should have a face-to-face test. They will be in shifts. We will be giving whatever we need to our candidates for them to be safe. And just to add, although आपने नहीं पूछा कि हमारा test online नहीं होगा. I think that's a question that also had been asked to us. We will not have an online exam because there is no capacity to have an online exam for so many candidates who apply to us. And just for your information, we are also right now planning on the test to be conducted globally. I understand that from the many emails that we receive, that students will miss out on the SAT-1, and therefore this would be an alternate for them if they so wish to have the test. So we will be using the AFAN Development Network resources to conduct the test for them overseas. Thank you. Go ahead, Sadiq.
Do candidates need to write the AKU test who are in Pakistan?
No, they have to write our AKU test in Pakistan.
There is a perception that the students who apply after a gap year and applying second time to us are at any disadvantage. Is it true?
I don't think so, and I can say no. AKU considers, so for the information of everybody, AKU considers the application on its own merit, on the basis of the application profile presented to AKU. Each year when you apply, you would have new information, and that's what we use. Even our brochure says that we would use the last application, the last qualification to assess that application. You may have taken a gap year, but if you have not done something worthwhile, what is the use of that gap year?
Oh,
As you know, schools, universities and institutions are closed and
But
people
I
are
mean-
facing problem in submitting their mark sheets, experience letter, reference letter and are not able to get their document attested. What would be your advice to them?
So we understand that. And as Kareem also explained in his presentation, you can upload scanned documents of your originals as required. To consider the eligibility of the candidate, we would expect that you submit to us your final transcript, before we finalize admission, so we are sure that you are eligible. About reference letters and experience letters, I would like to make a suggestion that you send your faculty members and those who would be filling this out to you, email it to them and let them fill it out and email it back to us, or scan it and send it back to us, WhatsApp it to us, we'll be happy to have it. And if any of these online methodology is not available to you or is not possible to you, I would strongly recommend that you speak to the admission officer with whom you are dealing with. Inshallah, we shall try to find a way out for you.
They are also facing problem in obtaining HSC attested documents and equivalents. What should they do?
So, we know it's a problem, but it's also our understanding that the HEC offices are currently functioning and they are in line. If you have a problem, I think that you should again contact your AKU admission officer. But we have my colleague online, Ms. Nasreen Sheikh, who is the AKU's coordinating person with HEC, and I'm going to request her to please respond to your question as well, so that students can get additional information. Nasreen, can you help Sadiq with this answer as well?
Yes, sure. As you said, Dr. Lala, currently HEC has started their operations. The regional centers are not working, but their main Islamabad center, they've started doing this attestation work. There are delays in that, but students can now get it done.
Okay, so you have your answer, Sadiq.
Thank you, Nasreen. Our currently updated timeline says classes will begin in March 2021. What if other universities offer admissions before March? When will they be informed about AKU selection process to be able to decide?
So we, inshallah, as we have planned, will be announcing our results at the end of November. And I think that we will be in sync with all the universities in Pakistan, because I think that will be the time everybody will also be announcing their results.
Okay. We have students from overseas. They are concerned related to SET 1 and SET 2 submission. Since this is applicable for the MBBS program for the American system of education, these tests keep getting delayed and they would like to know any alternative.
So we have an alternate for SAT, as I already said. We will be conducting the SAT 1 for our candidates, wherever they are, inshallah, with the AKBN support. However, for the SAT 2 and MCAT, our schedule has been made keeping the current, even the next exam dates in mind. However, if you are not able to keep those dates, and the MCAT is required, because MCAT we cannot substitute our test for the MCAT, because our test is for the undergraduate students, not for graduate students. So that will be a problem. But SAT 2 is required for some of our American system, but it's also required as a PMDC requirement. So if you have issues, I think you should consult with the admission officer. But I'm hoping that
If in worst case scenario, these exams are cancelled?
So I was reading on the internet and an article on the newspaper just a little while ago that the promotions will be done on the basis of results of the prior year. The good thing is that AKU uses these qualifying results of the HSC, sorry, and the A levels as a qualifier only. And therefore, whatever the government gives, either in Pakistan or overseas, will be acceptable to us. So, if I want to, you're asking me to explain qualifier as an eligibility requirement for application.
Okay. Students are also concerned about provincial admission tests. They know these are required to write AKU tests for MBBS, but what about provincial test?
The AKU test is the subject of AKU. The provincial test is a subject of the provincial government and the central government. If they have it and the PMDC suggests that they need it, you will have to do it for us. If it's not done, then we will not be expecting it and we will go by our own criteria. I also want to let you know that there have been some questions, and just to add to your question, Sadiq, that students have asked if they've done the test in 019 or 018, would it be acceptable to us? And the answer is no, because PMDC suggests that this test validity is only for 1 year, and therefore we can only accept it in the year it is written. So you have to, if 2020 happens, the test happens in 2020, you have to write it for us.
Okay. I am sure that this pandemic has changed our lives. Audience would like to know how classes will be conducted if pandemic continues.
So at AKU, we have already started, modeling online classes for our years 1 and 2, which is not so much into experiential learning, meaning hands-on itna nahi hai, more theory hai, more lab hai, communication sessions hai, etc. That we are doing online. Our university has taken several licenses for Zoom and many other internet ways. So we are already doing that. And if required, we would also go online for our year 1. However, I must tell all the audience here that our programs in the School of Nursing and the Medical College undergraduate program require on-the-job learning. It requires you to go to wards, treat patients, and therefore that lab part, the real time learning will happen when you are able to come to the university hospital. If that will not happen online.
Okay, our team, thank you, Dr. Lila. Our team has compiled a few more questions we received during this session. So let me begin with that. Candidate from overseas is asking, the academic session starts in the first week of September. So if AKU can take assessment tests in June or July, and if finalize till August, then they can save a lot of money and save time as well.
And there I have a point. Unfortunately, this is already is this the month of May?
Yes.
And there is lockdown, and there are restrictions on going out, and therefore there is all this social distancing that is required to be done. Unfortunately, this is what we had planned, as your candidate is saying, but it will not be possible in these pandemic times. These are difficult times, they're challenging times, and therefore the schedule that we have put together is keeping in mind for the majority of the candidates that we will have to do, unfortunately, and therefore we cannot help. Sorry. Our process is such that we have to, assess all those who apply to us and then make our merit list. So we do not have quotas that this is foreign quota, inko karke nipta do, ya this is local quota, inko karke nipta do. It's not like that. Because it's an open merit system, we have to make a merit list for all the candidates who apply to us. And therefore, unfortunately, we will not be able to accede to that request.
Okay, there is another question of dual citizenship. They are asking, if I have a NICOP, can I apply as a Pakistani candidate?
So let me explain to you that the application. So we have I'll answer this question in 2 paragraphs. The The first paragraph is that you apply on the basis of your application profile. If you have studied in the, depending on the system of education you have followed. So if you have studied in the Pakistani system or the British system or the American system, you would follow that path as suggested in our brochure. You would write, you would go through that for the admission. The admission process and the fee paying process is totally different. And the Pakistan Medical and Dental Council is very clear on the way fees are to be paid by candidates. So if you have been overseas, if your last year of education has been overseas, and therefore, so that those are the criteria that after you are admitted, we would use to be able to ascertain whether you can pay local fees or foreign fees. So NICOP will be helpful for you to come to Pakistan. You won't need a visa. That's itself it's a huge task that you candidates have coming from overseas. But that will be a big advantage. Application, you will have, so let me recap. You apply on the basis of your application profile, system of education, and fees is a different question altogether. Have I explained, have I answered you? Is
Yes.
your question answered? All right, thank you.
Yes. There is another question. Since AKU looks for the diversity and a well-rounded candidate, is it important to do medicine-related internship like shadowing or working in hospitals as compared to extracurricular activities like MUNs and science events?
So as I said in my presentation, everything counts. What we are looking for is a balanced candidate. I had an Urdu word here for balance, which I don't think I was able to say. एक तवाजुन वाले शख्स को हम कोशिश करते हैं कि हर तरह से आपने बैलेंस किया हुआ अपनी लाइफ. So whether you do medical oriented or whether you do extracurriculars, as long as you can suggest to us and prove to us that you have been doing several things at the same time, that you are a multitasking individual, you can gain the points. So medical, everybody cannot, we understand that everybody cannot get access into a hospital. You need to know somebody or the hospital needs to have provision to give you an internship, which is not always possible. So we understand all that. So once again, as long as you are able to put to us on a piece of paper that we will give you, that you have done several things in your life at the same time and including studying, you're good to go.
Thank you, Laila, but we need to wait for a few seconds. Team is compiling some more questions, so please stay connected.
All right, thank you. I hope that your participants online are enjoying this. I have to tell you that in all these years at AKU, we did do webinars, but they were by design. But this had to happen because there is no other option. And we are very grateful to our potential candidates and those who are interested to apply to AKU that they have actually joined us. I understand that we have over 1,000 candidates online right now, and so I'd like to thank you for your time and your patience. And this is new for all of us as well, and so therefore thank you for being part of the team and being with us.
Thank you, Laila. There is a question. I know you already answered this, but I think people are joining us currently as well, so maybe they have missed this question. They want to know about science reasoning and math reasoning component.
Okay, I'll explain again. So the science reasoning, so why do we have these two components? We could have just had a science achievement, based on your subject matter. How does photosynthesis happen, or how does the leaf become green, or what is photosynthesis, etc., etc. But in the profession that you are joining, medicine, nursing, okay, critical thinking is very important. And therefore, our faculty and our committees at AKU devised this component of the test. This test, I assure you, is based on the subject matter that you would have already studied in your school in class 11, class 12. It is based on the subject matter, but it is an application of your knowledge, both math and science. We would give you a scenario, we would give you a kind of a story, we would give you some kind of arithmetic equation, which we would ask you to solve. It's like a puzzle that you will need to solve, right? It's not. It is a. It's at the level of high school. Every student so far have been doing it. So those people who study at AKU are just like students like you all are. There's nobody coming to us from anywhere else. So if they could do it, you will do it. Not to worry. And let me just add for the information of the students who are out there listening to me. The math is not a very difficult math, and it's at the level of metric. And if I were you, and I would strongly recommend that you should go online and do these tests that are available. There are a huge number of tests available online for logical reasoning, and that's if you're good at that, you'll be able to do the math reasoning, and you'll be good at science reasoning if you know your subject matter. A very long answer for a very short question.
No problem, but it is very important to know that what is science, reasoning, and math. Another question, is our AKU test MBBS is based on A levels curriculum?
So our curriculum is online. It's not an A-level curriculum. It's a curriculum that we have designed based on what you learn at the higher secondary school level. But to make it a playing field for everybody, we have our curriculum online. And maybe at the end of this, if you all can show that screen again, Sadiq, so everybody will know it's on our website. If you can, in the MBBS page, we have a link there where we have actually given you our curriculum. And also, there's a table over there which will tell you what you should know in depth, what you should know at a cursory level. So all that is there to help you prepare for the test. So that's about the curriculum. We don't have a British system curriculum. It's a very non-denominational curriculum for you to see, and you must see that. And I'll just add, because I just remembered Sadiq, because this question has been coming to us in the previous years. Excuse me. That if you are in the British system of education, it's very important that you review the Pakistani system curriculum, and that is because the Pakistan Medical and Dental Council requires that the tests are developed on the basis of the Pakistani curriculum available, which is why we have put our curriculum to help you out. All right, thank you. I can't hear you. Thank you. I can hear you now.
Okay. There is a question, and I'm sure you have covered this in your presentation about the quota and the seat. But the question is, how many seats AKU has for the MBBS program?
100. Simple. 100 open merit seats that are done on a needs blind basis, all on merit. So we don't have any quotas, no reserve seats, no donation seats, no seats for any constituency. Every single person who has studied at AKU can feel very proud that they have walked into AKU on their own feet. कोई सिफारिश नहीं है, यहाँ पे कोई पर्ची नहीं है, हम ये सारा प्रेशर लेते हैं सिर्फ इसलिए कि हम चाहते हैं कि वही बच्चा हमारे पास पढ़ने आए जिसकी काबिलियत हो हमारे पास पढ़ने की, और इंशाल्लाह आप सब में वो काबिलियत है.
Thank you. We are still waiting for more questions. Just give us 5 seconds.
So let me share with the students some of my experience while we wait. I wouldn't like you to wait not knowing anything, not hearing anything extra. So there was a question a few years ago, and it comes each year when we meet students face to face. Interview में क्या होता है? Or because I have also been interviewing, I have normally told the students it's a conversation. When we speak to you, you have to remember that we are trained to interview, and we may be asking you questions that you may not know what is behind that question. So so it's important to be honest. It's important to say as you feel. One more, and I'll give you a little two examples since we're waiting for the question. Just raise your hand, Sadiq, when you have a question, and I'll stop talking. somebody told us that I play cricket. And because we all are so glued to cricket, so am I, not much, but I know a little bit about cricket. I said, what do you do? He said, he spoke about something about hockey. And you know that I'm a defender or something like that. Now that is ridiculous. So if you do, it's good if you, we don't want to have people who are high-end achievers in anything. We would like you to be a balanced young man or a young woman interested to coming to AT. So, that's important for us. Any other question before I can give my other example?
You
I can't
can.
hear you. Go ahead, now I can hear you.
Okay. There is a question. When do we have to fill the financial assistance form? After we get selected? Also, if we get financial assistance, will it be renewed each year? How can we maintain it throughout the program?
So financial assistance application forms are filled in by students as soon as they are selected, number one. It is renewable each year because, students' circumstances may change. They may need more, they may not need it. So each year you fill out the form for us. And there is no threshold. There is no threshold of curriculum achievement in college and in school which permits you to apply for financial assistance. If you need it, you apply. You give us all your documentation. It will be assessed by us, and financial assistance will be awarded. Have I answered all the components of your question?
Yes, there is another one with related to BSCN, someone who is applying for BSCN program.
Okay.
He is asking, I have two supplementaries in first year, and I was supposed to give this year an improvement. So there is a news that admission, there will be no test. So how he or she will maintain her eligibility?
So there will be some exam that you will write this year, and the government or the education ministry or your school will give you some result. If that result makes you eligible to apply, you can apply. If it doesn't make you, I think it doesn't make you eligible to apply, unfortunately, you will not be able to apply. But the BSCN requires that you have a minimum 50% in the science background to make an application to us. It's a bad question, it's a bad answer, I know. But perhaps you can ask your school if there's any way that they can see how you can get that supplementary either waived off or at least some marks that would allow you to apply to the universities this year. All right.
Okay, next question. What is the percentage of AKU test?
So each year it depends. There is no fixed test score. And I'll tell you why. Each year the pool of students who apply to us is different. Okay? And if it's a different pool, the achievement of each year will be different. And therefore we cannot have a benchmark based on last year's achievement for this year. So we have a committee. When the test results come in, we have experts who sit with us and develop a rank and develop a threshold based on the results that are received. So the short list would depend on, it could depend in any way. It could either be that we would take the science achievement as a qualifier and use science achievement and math separately. It could be a cumulative. It all depends on the way the students perform in that particular year. And just to also continue with just to give you some more information, we have 100 seats, as somebody already asked. We would shortlist about 3 students for 1 seat. So it's a 1:3 ratio. So we would interview about 300 candidates for 100 seats. So you can see that where the threshold of the test would be. So it's a blind date. It's a blind cut. So we would take the threshold, and our committee would tell us, okay, this is how the students have done, and this is what we need to do, and cut it here, and you get your 100 students. 300 students to shortlist for interview.
Does AKU offer house job after MBBS?
Yes, for sure. We in fact we will be opening admissions for PGME, postgraduate medical education internship and residency programs soon after we close admissions for our undergrad and grad academic programs, and we definitely offer. In fact, those students who are AKU graduates, they have an advantage because they don't write the test. The test is waived off for them in the internship exam if they apply in the year that they have completed the MBBS. So that after advantage.
Okay. Okay, there is a specific question related to the curriculum which is uploaded on our website.
Okay.
Candidate is asking, there are some words used in the syllabus. Knowledge application, understanding. I cannot find what these word means, so please explain.
Okay, so like I said, we have a table. Knowledge, you should know about it, and understanding means in-depth knowledge of it. There are two levels, right? So the questions in the test, if they are based on just the knowledge, then they will be probably just will talk about the. So let me give you an example about the photosynthesis. How does it happen? And you have 4 answers, and that's knowledge. But if it gives you a kind of a scenario, so that you know how does photosynthesis happen, the sunshine has to come and the water has to go and whatever the system is, that is what it means that you need to have the knowledge and the understanding. So it's more in-depth understanding of that particular subject or component. I hope I've answered your question.
Thank you, Dr. Lela. It was very informative indeed. The university has planned program-specific webinars where you can get in-depth information about the program, eligibility, curriculum, and career prospect. Do register for our website. So you can see on our screen, there is a list of webinars we have planned, so you can register for them. Over to Naveen.
Thank you, Sadiq. I hope attending this webinar has benefited you all. We will be accepting our applications until June 17. Please apply online. The link is on the screen. We have our contact details on our screen. Just in case if you have more questions, if it is about program specific questions, if it's about online application process, you can email us, and inshallah we will either be able to email you back or we can call you and answer your questions. Thank you for joining us today. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.